the crazy thing is, when you look at it from the empirical standpoint, from the numbers standpoint, Korea, when we did it, Korea has roughly 51 million people live in Korea. Okay. There is a saturation rate where they already have determined basically how many people are already using streaming devices on a daily basis in their lives. Okay. And Korea already, this is 2019 to 2022 data, Korea was already at like 31 to 34% saturation rate. So already that many people out of their population are already using streaming devices on a daily basis in their daily lives. Now, what they say is like total saturation is between like 40, sometimes up to 50%. So like that 40 to 45% mark is like, you're never going to have more people because you always have old people that aren't listening to streaming that way. So that means that Korea, no matter how much they want to expand in their home country,
they really can't.
And that's why they go after the Japanese market. That's why they're going after the US market so much, because they've hit saturation levels in Korea. That same period of time, though, for the Philippines, the Filipino market was only at 4.9% saturation. Right. But there's 116 million people at the time of the data that we pulled, 116 million people living there. And a lot of that had to do with the fact that up until basically the mid-2000s and 2010s, the infrastructure network for even cellular devices and things like Wi-Fi wasn't even good enough for people to be able.
Yeah.
But that has expanded so much where even the most provincial areas and rural areas are now have access through better smart devices, through better SIM cards and things like that. In that same period of time, that increased to 1.7 devices per person. So basically, every single person almost has 2 devices, and we saw that. And what that means is there's even more opportunities then to advertise to them, for them to have the ability to listen to music because they're going to be hit with it. And so we saw that, and to get to that 40%, that 5%, to get to where Korea was at, which is like 31%, a 25% increase in streamers in the Philippines would basically account for another 30 to 35 million monthly listeners coming out of the Philippines alone.